Wouldn't it be great if you could just search through every worksheet in Excel and have the results appear on a single worksheet? Well, that's what I'm going to show you how to do here. And we aren't going to be using VBA or macros. This is only formulas, and I promise you, anyone can do it. Let me show you. Come on. This is the final result. A nice, searchable list that combines data from multiple tabs. So we have inventory for store 1 and store 2, but everything here on the dashboard in a nice, presentable way. I'm going to show you first how to make the formulas that will allow all of this to work, and then add a few visual touches at the end so it will look a little bit better. First up, let's go to a new worksheet. Let's do search right there, and we'll make the input itself yellow. And I'm going to type the formulas down here, but first let's take a look at the data that we'd like to search through. So the example here is, let's say that we have imported CSVs from multiple stores that we manage. We've got a list of raw data here and raw data here, all in the same format, so it makes our life much easier. What I want to be able to do is to view it all at once and then search through it. The very first thing that we're going to do is to figure out how to search through a single list. Then we'll combine it after that. So actually, let's go here first, get some headers, and we want our list to appear down here. Zoom in a little bit. We start off with the filter function, an amazing addition to Excel. And this will allow us to go through a data set and determine what we want to return from that data set. And it's using, well, just a formula. We don't have to turn it into a table or do any of that. So the first argument, array, what would we like to filter? So what do I want to go through to figure out what to display? Go over here, select all of our data that we would like to display, comma, then let's go here and delete sheet 2 and finish the filter function. Now the next thing is, well, we have to tell the filter function what to return from this list. So we need a series of true-false values, and we are going to combine the isNumber function with the search function to do that. This will look a little bit confusing, but download the workbook, copy-paste this into your file, and then just change the range references, and that's all you have to do. So once I go through it, it'll be pretty easy for you to do as well. So first isNumber, then search. Now isNumber is just going to go through the search results and say, hey, did you give me a number or not? So we'll get a list of true, false. So search, what do we want to look for? This guy right here. Within what? Well, I'd like to search through the item for store 1. And that's actually all we have to do for search. So let's close up search, close up isNumber, go back to sheet 2. Let us not accept this correction. I am aware. Thank you very much, Excel. All right. So we have now just done the include argument for the filter function. Let's do a comma and then the if empty argument. So if it can't find anything, let's output no results. Close it up, enter, and let me zoom out a bit. Make this a little bit bigger. And there we go. So right now we have everything from store 1. But let's search for, how about saw? There we go. How about something that's not in the list? No results. Over here at teachexcel.com, we are working on a new tool that'll fix your macros with a single click of a button. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. You can put it in the comments below here or contact me directly via teachexcel.com. And now we have the foundation that will allow us to very easily combine multiple store results into these search results. But let me go through the formula real quick just to show you visually what's happening. So let's search for saw. I'm going to double click in here, And what I want to do is to highlight search. And we could look right up here above, but it'll be easier if I just hit F9 right now. And we can see the result of this function. So we get some errors, but in a couple of cells, we get a number. And that's the location where it found what we are searching for. So circular saw, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's where it started to find saw. 10 right there. 10 right there. Is number will now say, hey, what's a number? What's not a number? What did you find? Then we get a bunch of true, false, true, false. And that can be used, or that is used, by the filter function to determine what to return. Now we hit escape, so it does not save what we just did right there. And that's how it works. The next thing is to use a cool, newer formula or function called VSTACK. I'm going to show you how it works over here first. VSTACK vertically stack arrays into one array. Think of an array like just a table of data. It can get a little bit more technical, but we don't need to right now. Select array 1, comma, then go over here, select array 2, and enter because we are done. And there we go. It has combined the two tables of data. So all we need to do now is to update the formula that we just made to work with multiple data sets. Actually, since we have this working over here, well, let's go ahead and copy it. And we can paste it in. So that's what we return. Now let's update what we search. But we need to update the columns A2 to A9, A2 to A6. So we're only searching a single column, column A, where the item is. Enter. There we go, store 1 and store 2. Let's delete. Amazing. And at this point, I could actually show you an almost unlimited number of examples that we can use to expand this formula. We could search over multiple columns, over individual specific columns. We can change what happens when there's nothing in the search box. I mean, really, the sky's the limit. I'm not going to go into all of those examples here, but let me know in the comments below the video if there are any additions or any versions of this that you really like to use or that you think are very interesting or just fun. But now I want to show you how to make it a little bit more visually interesting, because UI, it actually does matter kind of. The very first thing is to go somewhere that has some of the formatting that you like and copy it from there. Let's go here and actually review. We need to unprotect it. And let's copy that. Paste it in. Let's go here. Let's center that guy. There you are. Maybe make it a bold. Make this a bold. Right-click the yellow cell. It is off the screen, but I'm going to go to Format Cells, Protection tab, uncheck Locked. Okay. Change the background color to something not so bright. Now, how about we add a nice little border? A rounded rectangle does the trick. Shape format, shape fill, no fill. Then view, show, remove grid lines. And actually, this needs to be a little bit thicker. So click it, shape format, shape outline. I promise we are almost done. It's a little bit off the screen, but go to weight and make it a little thicker. That's probably too thick, but that's okay. Then a view or review, protect sheet, uncheck select locked cells. Okay. Now that's the only cell we can select in this sheet. We cannot click out here. What that allows us to do is to hit enter, but still have this cell be active. So I don't have to type anything else. I can just hit enter, hit delete, continue my search. That makes it so it's actually much faster and easier to search through all of the data. Well, what'd you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any tips or ideas or thoughts about how else you could do this, I would love to hear it. There are so many cool things you can do in Excel, and this tutorial definitely does not cover everything. So fill up those comments with your thoughts, your ideas, your feedback. I'd love to hear it. And if you enjoyed this video, please give us a subscribe and a like, a thumbs up, hit the bell icon. We could use a hype as well. If you know anyone who could benefit from this video, please share it with them. I ask you for all of these things because they help us grow. And if you stayed this long in the tutorial, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. See you next time. Cheers.